All right, so let's go back to the client. So I actually met my friend Tiffany Haddish through you at a party during, what was it, Fashion Week a few years ago?
Maybe, yeah.
So we were at the Jeremy Scott party.
Jeremy Scott party.
And you were there with you were there with her. I was
the after party. That's
the after
true.
Party.
Yeah.
You were there with her. I was there with Cardi, and we've hung out several times since then. And then now y'all are not working together anymore. What happened?
I start off by saying this. I love Tiffany Haddish, right? You know that she's one of the most beautiful people.
Yeah.
Most beautiful souls ever. Like, there's an innocence about her that you just want to protect her, right? And when you saw us, Tiffany was, breaking a little bit. So I took her to Fashion Week. I've taken Tiffany, to Abu Dhabi. Like, she's been my plus one plenty of times because when you're around her, you want to protect her, you want to believe in her. And so I'm like, okay, well, let me get you into this fashion shit. And so, yeah, like that first Fashion Week, she went out, like I took her to the shows, like, with me and to parties and introduced her to Michael Kors and Jeremy Scott and all these people. I'm just gonna be real, right? I've ruined a lot of relationships because of Tiffany Haddish because, I tried to teach her how people should treat her. You know what I mean? And I tried to give her examples of the way other girls I work with are being treated. And she hired some new people and they didn't like the way I did business and the way I did things for her. And what happens is, like, these people, basically these white people, are always the gatekeepers, right? And so it starts to be in those little things like, oh, he's difficult to work with, or this person says they don't want to work with him because of that. And for me, I'm from Chicago, I'm from the hood. It's like, if I do something wrong, we work that out, but we don't let other people come in and make this situation bigger. And then it's like, then it becomes, he's not available or he's too expensive and all this they do. And it got to a situation where she hired somebody and I wasn't getting along with her. I didn't think she respected me. And so I walked away and I told Tiffany, I wish you well and I love you.
How we get the gang back together though? Because I know she loves you and I know you love her on a deeper level. I mean, you seem to be very close with your clients, but I know I've seen you two together. And I know
she was, outside of Zendaya, she was the closest client I ever had. Like, she would come over to my house and lay on the couch and she'll call crying, and I'll call when I'm upset. And like, I don't do that. Like, I don't do that with anybody other than her. So I felt like we were more a family. And it's like, and for me, I'm from Chicago. Again, it's like, if I said I don't with them, you don't with them if you're my friend. So that's the type of mentality I had. And that's not what she showed me. But that's fine. Like, if she don't want to run her business that way, then I get it. But again, I ruined relationships for trying to protect and trying to elevate Tiffany.
Like how?
Just, like, calling her like, listen, you should be getting this. Like, I've done a deal like this before. You should be trying to get this type of money. And she, Tiffany is very much well off saying that this, so she don't know how to filter this. She don't know how to be slick about it. She's going to say what it is, you know what I mean? And so this is a small industry, and that gets back. And a lot of people, I've, again, ruined a lot of relationships from trying to protect her, or telling people like, no, she's not going to do that because, Tiffany is Tiffany. She has a certain aesthetic and it's not Hollywood, right? It's not Hollywood. So, and a lot of people don't understand it. And I told them, like, these people don't know how to walk into a meeting and pitch you because they don't understand you. And they also don't give a about you. You know what I mean? And so I did a lot of that and it kind of came back in to bite me in my ass. And I'm like, I can't do it anymore.
When you say they don't get her, it's because she's from the hood. She's from the streets.
Yeah.
I mean, and she is like one of those people, she wants everybody to win. And sometimes it may be at her loss.
Yeah.
And I do think there's like a dogmatic type of energy you have to have in the game.
Yeah.
And I think she's getting it, but I think that's why she has people like me and you around, So like how we get the gang back together? I mean, have you guys talked at all?
No, we haven't. She called me and left me a voice message when my nephew died. But I haven't spoken to her. I haven't spoken to her since. It just didn't, and I've seen she's commented on my, posts and stuff like that. But it's just like, I was so hurt. Like, I was hurt by that because I'm like, this my sister, this my friend, and even if I am doing something, that's not good for you, right? It's like, let's have that conversation. And we had the conversation, and you know, basically I walked away from it. It was like, if she had to make a choice, she was choosing them. So, you know, that didn't sit well with me.